happy day to you. I'm glad you're here. Today we are going to do yoga for our belly, for abdominal organs, for our digestion, which is connected to our immune system. So sit back on a blanket or on the edge of a towel and bring your blocks along with you. We'll be using our blocks. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. We're going to settle in here for a minute and a half to be present with the gift of our breath, the gift of life, the gift of embodiment. Breathe slowly and deeply. Take a deeper inhale, longer exhale. Open your eyes and open your arms. Glad you're here together. We're here together, carving out time to take care of our bodies, our minds, and our spirit, as well as our digestion. Inhale up. Stretch up, hook your thumbs together and stretch. Get lots of space in your spinal column. Exhale your arms down and clasp your hands behind your back or your shoulders back. And we're just playing. This is just an exploration, a curiosity about your body with love. If you can't do something, that's fine. And never, ever, ever criticize yourself. Open your arms. Never criticize yourself in yoga or in life. Love yourself. You can't get it wrong because we don't get it done. It's a journey. We just keep on learning and loving ourselves and each other. Exhale your arms down. Put your hands on your belly region where we're going to love today and turn over to your right. Feel your organs twisting. Feel your belly, your muscles twisting. Draw both shoulders back, hands down, and keep on twisting. Keep breathing. Inhale taller. Exhale deeper. Please float your arms and bring them back to your belly. Your loving hands right on your belly. And then turn out to the other direction, over to the left. And then place your right hand on your outer left knee, fingertips behind you, and connect with your breath to inhale taller, exhale turning from your belly. Now we're squeezing some of these organs as we twist. And then float your arms. When you come out, fresh blood goes rushing in. We'll turn again. Actually, this time float your arms. Float your arms and turn. And observe how much you can turn without your hands. And then when you're ready, left hand down on your outer knee, right fingertips behind you, and keep turning. Observing the difference. Float your arms and come on through center over to your other side. Turn as much as you can before you put your hands down. And float your arms, come through center, and lower your hands down. And then please come to all fours, your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes, and we'll massage the back for a little moment here. So as you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin all the way in. As you inhale, arch. Shoulders up, head up, sit bones up. Exhale, draw your navel to your spine. Inhale, opposite way. Exhale, round again. Pause when you come through center. Check and make sure your fingers are spread really wide like a starfish clinging to the rocks as the ocean waves come. Take your knees back a little behind your hips. Tuck your toes. Stretch your left leg way back. And as you exhale, contract your navel to your spine. Bring your knee in, and maybe you can touch your nose, or maybe not. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract your navel. Bring your knee in towards your nose or touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. And we're going to do it one more for good luck. Exhale, knee in, navel up. And then stretch it back. Extend through your spine, extend through your left leg, and then set it down. Same thing on the other side. Stretch it out like you're trying to push something away with your right foot. And then exhale, knee towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen. The main thing is to contract your navel to your spine here as you bring your knee in. Lengthen on your inhale. Navel to your spine on your exhale. And lengthen. And one more time. Navel to your spine. Inhale, stretch out. Set your knee down. Draw your sides of your waist to the center of your waist. See if you can do that. Round your back. Lift up your knees and come into a downward facing dog. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths here. Get the weight back into your legs. Back, back, back into your legs. Inner thighs up and back. Outer hips up and back. We're going to do the same thing we did before with the leg up and then contract the navel to the spine in this pose. If you would like to take it on all fours, please do so. Inhale your right leg straight up. Exhale, contract. Navel to your spine, knee to your nose, or touch, and then lengthen. Exhale, contract. If you can't get your knee to your nose, maybe you have a short nose. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. One more. Navel back, knee towards your nose or touch, and then stretch out through your spine, stretch out through your leg, out, 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 and lower it down. Inhale your left leg up. Spread your toes, it's much easier. And then exhale, contract. You shift your weight forward a little. And then inhale, stretch long. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, stretch out to your left leg. One more time. Navel to your spine. And stretch long. Out, out, out. And then set that foot down. Bend your knees. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Please heel toe your feet apart. And then hold on to your elbows here. You can have your knees slightly bent if that feels better for you. Either way, squeeze your kneecaps. And on your inhale, let your heart and head melt towards the earth. On your exhale, take your navel to your spine. Inhale, release your spine. Exhale, squeeze your abdominal organs. And then release your arms down. Walk your hands back out for a down dog. Look up at your hands, please. Make sure you're pressing down through the mounds of your index fingers. Press the front of the mat away from you. Take your inner thighs up and back. Now, inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, contract, bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Stretch it long. Now this time, cross your body, right knee towards your left elbow. Shift your weight forward. Inhale long. One more time, right knee towards your nose. Touch and lengthen. Set that leg down. Get the weight back in your legs. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, stretch long. Left knee to right elbow. Lengthen your spine and your leg. Last time, knee towards your nose. And then stretch long through your left leg and your spine. Set your left foot down. Firm your belly button. Firm your abdominal muscles. Inhale yourself to a plank pose. Top of a push-up. Top of a push-up plank pose. Round your back. Round your thoracic spine. Lift up your kidneys, your party balloons. They're helping to lift you. Push the floor away. Lift your inner thighs up. Stretch out through your heels. Stretch out to the top of your head. Good job. Just 10 more minutes. No. Inhale yourself back up, down dog. Down dog seems easier now, right? Set your knees down. You can take them apart, press your hips back, and child's pose. Connect to the vitality, your prana, your chi, pulsing through you. Breathe through your nose, slowly and deeply. And then bring yourself up to a seated pose. And we're gonna do a little stretch for your hands because you run your hands a little bit extra. So the wrist sometimes can feel it if you're not used to it, or even if you are used to it. So here's what we do. Give me a high five. Yeah. And then lovingly squeeze your right wrist with your left hand, just like this, way up. And then give a little pull down. Make a fist and take your fist away. Yeah. And then release it. Same thing on the other side. Squeeze lovingly and then give a little tug down. And then make a fist and take your fist away. So this sort of mitigates that what we were doing. And then release. And then the other thing that I've learned from my years of yoga is when you're in your down dog or your plank pose, you really have to root down through this part of your hand and this part of your hand. Otherwise, the weight will sink right into the heel. But you want to stretch it out. Imagine you're rooting down through there, and energetically, little by little, this will lift up and the poses will feel better and better. Okay, come on back to a downward facing dog. Get your hands stacked up. Get the weight back into your legs. Step your right foot about a quarter of the way up your mat, or a third of the way up your mat. And then spin to your outer left heel. You set your foot down like that, and we're in side plank. This is one variation with your foot in front of you, or you can start walking your foot back and setting it down so you have two straight legs like that, or you can pick up the bottom foot and stack it. So we have something for everyone. Windmill your hand down for a down dog. Take a big inhale, slow exhale. Same thing with your left foot. Step your left foot down about a quarter of the way up. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot, and then lift your left shoulder up. You can stay here like this. You got a kickstand pose where you can start taking your foot back further. So you get two straight legs or stack them. And windmill that hand down. Give yourself a down dog. Set your knees down, please. Set your forearms down. And clasp your hands together. Bring your shoulders up right over your elbows. Press your forearms down. And now walk your knees back. Walk one leg back so you're on and come onto those toes. Then walk the other leg back and come onto your toes. Now you're in a forearm plank. So the key, one of the keys to navigating this pose is energetically stretching out through your head as you simultaneously stretch out through your heels. It's like a pillar of light, a pillar of your breath and your energy as you lift your navel up to your spine. You can always do this with your knees down. That's very good too. And then everyone will lower our hips down, lower the tops of your feet down, and take a little downward facing Shavasana for a little minute here. Okay, that was not quite a minute, I lied, but we're coming back up. So come to your forearms again and cross your hands your non-dominant way. Shrug your shoulders back, lift your heart up, and now we're gonna tuck the toes. Yeah, and then wherever you tuck your toes, lift up one leg and see if you can come back an inch to tuck a little bit closer on both legs. Now your chest is up already. Lift up your thighs, stretch out through your heels. Now lift your booty back up. So you can take the side of your waist to the center of your waist. And take care as you nudge yourself to your boundaries. That's yoga. Lovingly take yourself to the boundaries, and then you have new boundaries. Creates more awareness when we go to our boundaries, right? Now, keep your forearms down. Walk your feet up towards your shoulders. Hoist your hips up to the sky. Walk your feet up. Hoist your hips up. You're in a whole new pose. They call this dolphin dog. And set your knees down wide and take a child's pose. Clasp your hands. This is where the action is in our core. We want to keep our core strong little by little. Not going to do it all in one day. I'm not going to do it all in one class. Just little by little. We always do a little core. We're creating tensile strength in our muscles and our bones. Please come back up to your forearms again. And then you can clasp your hands, yogi's choice, whichever way you want. Shoulders over your elbows. Tuck your toes, and we're going to go right into dolphin dog again. So lift up your knees, lift up your hips, and walk your feet up as much as comfortable. This is a very energizing pose. A lot going on here. Your head should be off the earth. So you can slide the bottom tips of your shoulder blades up your back. Tone your belly. And now, optionally, take your right leg up to the sky. And lower it. Left leg up. And lower it. Set your knees down. And child's pose. On your exhale, let your heart melt to the earth. And then come to your bellies, please. We're going to go to a side forearm plank. So just play if you're new to this pose. Thank goodness. We want to be beginners, right? It's nice to be a beginner at some things, some poses. So here, bring your arms parallel and then push them down so you can pull your belly forward a little bit to create some real toning in your belly as you stretch your spine long. And again, elbows underneath your shoulders, shoulders back. And now take your left hand to face the top right-hand corner of your mat. Press your left forearm down, roll to the left side of your body. You can actually bring your feet in front of each other and put your fingertips down in front of you and then lift your hips up. You can keep pushing down like this, or maybe you can reach your right arm up. You can keep your feet, both feet down, or you can stack one on top of the other. You can wave to make it a more friendly pose. And then slowly put your right hand down, lower your hips back down, and then roll to your other side. So you can be on your right side and your right forearm is at an angle. This gives you the best support. Put both feet down, one in front of each other. Left hand down in front of your chest. Push down to your feet, your arm, and lift your hips up. You can use your hand as an anchor or reach your top shoulder up, top arm up. And then maybe stack your feet if you'd like. Lower your hips down. Good job. Come through. We're going to go back to the first side. You can start on your left side. And left arm at a diagonal. Second time you sort of get the hang of it. What do I need to do? So if you want, you can stack your feet together. Squeeze your legs together. Tone your belly. And then use your hand or just reach up. Option to grimace or smile. Beautiful. And then come on down, lower your hips, and roll to the other side. We renew, restore vitality in our whole body, especially this. So your arms at an angle, feet one in front of the other or stacked, and then lift your hips up. Optionally, arm two. It doesn't have to be perfect, just approximately correct. Lower your hips down. Good job. And then come to laying down on your mat. Please lay down and get one of your blocks. Put your block in between your feet and then press the block up to the sky. If you don't have a block, just put your feet up. Aim to keep them parallel the best you can and spread your toes. Interlace your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Let your head rest in your hands like a basket with your elbows open. And now exhale your right chest all the way up to touch your left toes. Inhale down. Exhale left chest up to your right toes. Inhale down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. And your lower back is on the mat. This is very good for your back health as well as your digestion and your immune system, and all the organs that are vital organs that keep us healthy. And when we're healthy, we can be happy. It's hard to be happy when we're not healthy. Although we have to find comfort and ease wherever we are, right? Exhale up, inhale down. Exhaling way up, inhaling down. Exhale up, inhale down. Two more, go way up and down. Up, 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 down. Up and down. And then up and down. Let your head come down and catch the block. Good job. Stretch your legs out, stretch your arms overhead and feel that belly muscles that you've just been activating. Oh, it should feel good. Point your feet and flex and point and flex. And then bring your arms down, bend your legs. Now, put the block in between your shins, please. And again, if you don't have a block, just try to keep your legs parallel best you can with your toes spread. And bring your arms out like in cactus pose. Anchor your shoulders down. And now slowly exhale your knees over to your left. Inhale them up. Exhale them over to the other side. Inhale them up. And then keep going, slowly exhaling down. Slowly inhaling up. And health. I caught myself when I was talking, thinking that such a relative term, right? It's always changing. In our system. It's not like, okay, now we have health, that's it. It's an evolving process, and everybody's body's so different, right? We have genetic dispositions, strengths, and various things that we've done through our lives that create different conditions, strengths. Keep going. Or sometimes we realize, oh, I've been doing that. That wasn't really the best thing for me. Now I'm going to change. I know that happens to me. I have too many cupcakes at my birthday. 2 more. Nice twisting action here as you strengthen your core. This helps digest cupcakes, right? Inhale up and then get your block, set it down. And then again, stretch your legs way out, 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 out. And then bend your knees again. This time, the block goes underneath your sacrum. If you don't have a block, what you do here is you put your palms down underneath your sacrum. And then hopefully you'll get 2 yoga blocks. They're an easy, inexpensive, beneficial investment. Okay, so the block is right underneath your sacrum, right where you put it there and you go, oh yeah, that feels good. You got the right spot. Now shrug your shoulders closer together. Bring your arms close to your torso. Anchor your arms down, anchor your shoulders down. Now lift your feet up and press your feet up to the ceiling. Yep. Spread your toes so you activate your muscles in your feet, your ankles, and your shins. And then push the ceiling away with your right foot. And now stretch your left leg down long towards the earth. Almost to the earth. And then inhale back up. And then the other one. Slowly stretch it long. Almost to the earth. Scoop it back up. Use your imagination and the muscles of your torso and your inhale to bring that leg back up. So keep going. Inhale and your torso, bring the leg back up. Exhale slowly down. Stretching it long. If you've been practicing this with me for a while and you feel like, oh, maybe I can do both legs, go ahead, try both legs. Maybe you can just do one of both legs, or maybe you can just do 2. Whatever you can do is great. Maybe you can do 22. I don't think I can. Keep going, 1 or 2, and take a break if you'd like. Make it playful. Say, oh, I need a break. Okay, now I can rejoin. Imagine your torso is like a big ice cream scoop, helping to lift your legs back up. And we'll do 2 more, 1 leg each or both legs. Hoist your legs up, good job. And then bend your knees, set your feet down. Press your feet way down, lift your hips up, and then set the block to the side. And lower your hips back down. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh. And then press to your left foot, scoop your hips about 6 inches to your right. And take your knees down to the left. And then if you'd like, you can set your right knee on the block or on the earth, either way, whichever feels better. And stretch your right arm out the opposite way. And you can put your left hand on your knee, your thigh, or your hip. And here's a nice twist. This helps detoxify, gets things out of these organs into the system, releasing. This is also very good. Twists are also very good for the spinal column, as well as our digestion, our immune system, and our organs. Bring your right arm down, hoist your legs up, and then uncross. Cross your left leg over your right, left thigh over. And just scoot your hips just a little to the left as you drape them down to the right. And then stretch out through your left shoulder, left arm. Right hand, wherever you'd like it. Good. Bringing that left arm down and bring your hips up again. Legs up. And we'll do that one more time again. So cross your right thigh over, scoot your hips to the left, and then knees come down. Now this time, after you get yourself your right shoulder out the opposite direction, squeeze your inner thighs together. Notice. You can practice just squeezing together, and then if you'd like, you can release again and then squeeze again. And then you observe, oh, that's what happens when I do that. There's all these little things we do in our body that activate something, right? Subtle movements can have big impact. Subtle thoughts can have a big impact. Good job. Bring your right arm down and knees up. Cross the other way. Scooch them just a little to the left as you drape them down to the right. So the abdominals, we have the internal and the outer, internal and external oblique muscles. Then we have the transverse, rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis. It's all there holding our organs in place. And all below the muscles, this strengthens those organs too. Inhale your knees up. Uncross. Now, windshield wiper. As I'm looking outside, I see that it's raining now. Hallelujah. It's California. We need the rain. Feet over to the edges of your mat. Drape both knees over to your left. You can have your arms whatever's comfortable out, like in cactus again. Energetically, see if you can coax your right hip away from your right shoulder with the power of your foot and your knee. Inhale your knees up. Feet are over at the edges of your mat again, and then drape your knees down to the right. See if you can use the power of your intention and some little action in your left leg to get your left hip a teeny bit more away from your left shoulder. Inhale, both knees up. Feet are still at the edges of your mat. Drape your knees back over to the left. Now pick up your left foot and place it on top of your right thigh, right by your knee. And then you can press down, and then this will help you coax your right hip away from your right shoulder to get more space in your oblique muscles, the sides of your belly. You can turn your gaze and your head to look out over your right arm. And pick up your left foot, place your left foot back to the edge. Inhale your knees up. And feet are both at the edges of the mat again, and then drape over to the right and pick up your right foot, place it on top of your left thigh knee region. You can press down with your foot, little juicier stretch. And then unhook your foot, bring both knees up, and then lift up your knees. Hold your shins in and tone your belly and lift up your head and rock yourself up to a seated pose. And then rock back again. Let's rock back and forth on your spine. And then come up to seated and roll over to all fours again. Hope your hands are feeling good. Get your starfish hands. Tuck your toes. Lift up your knees for a downward facing dog. Take 2 slow, deep breaths here. Pick up your right hand and take it to your outer left calf or thigh. Look up under your left armpit. Press your right hand down. Pick up your left hand and take it to your outer right calf or right thigh. Get the weight back into your legs as you look up under your arm. Another twist here. Set your left hand back down. Get the legs back up, thighs up, hips up. And we'll try it again. Right hand to your outer left leg. And you can give a little tug on it. You can look up as you're twisting. And set your right hand down. Get the weight back in your legs. And then left hand last time to your outer leg. And then set your right arm down. Set both arms down. Push your arms away. And now rest your knees down. And come back to sitting on the edge of your blanket, please. How's everybody doing? Good, good. Yeah, sit right on the edge of your blanket. Take both legs straight out in front. Your sit bones back. And bend your right leg, set your right foot down right on the inside of your left leg. Give yourself a hug and lengthen. When you hug, you can lengthen to your spine. And you're sitting on the edge of the blanket so your lower back is in a healthy position, in and up. And then reach up through your right arm. And bring your right arm on the inside of your right leg and energetically tack the two together as you open to the left. And use your inhale to lengthen up through your spinal column. Use your exhale to turn from your belly. Feel your belly muscles getting all crunched together. That's good. Inhale through center. Good. And then you can squeeze and lengthen again. Now wrap up your leg with your left arm and open out to the right. So all of our organs, as everything on the earth, is pulsing and contracting with expansion and contraction, yin and yang. There's these two forces on earth, right? Day and night, dry and wet. The list goes on and on. But in our organs, they're expanding and contracting too. And when they do that properly, that's the optimum, right? So we're helping facilitate that with these twists and with our yoga, keeping the prana, the circulation moving. Good. Come through center. Now put your right foot on the outside of your knee. Tack it down and give yourself a hug and lengthen. Lengthen up through your left arm. Lengthen through your spine. You can wrap up your knee, or if you want, you can put your hand on the outside of your knee and see if it's possible to hook your arm on the outside. Either way is fine. And then turn open to the right again. Take a look back at your left foot. Make sure your heel's down and your toes are spread. Beautiful. Come through center. And we will do the other side. We'll take a little break, shake it out, shake out your legs. And set your left foot down. Give yourself a hug. Lengthen. And then lengthen some more. Hook your left arm on the inside. Tack the two together as you open to the right with no leg in the way. You're going to want to drink extra water today because this is detoxifying for your system. So want to keep it flowing. Solution to pollution is dilution. So you want to dilute with water. Inhale through center. And then you can wrap up this leg with your right arm open to the left. Fingertips behind you. And feel all your organs, your belly region. And know that you're making them healthier, more resilient, more agile, more able to do what they do. Inhale through center. And now place your left foot on the outside of your right knee. Tack your right side down. Give yourself a hug to lengthen. And then you can wrap up your knee or reach up and tack this knee closer to the right and hook your arm on the outside. And then twist again. There's Deepak Chopra says, we have 50 trillion cells. Are we keeping ourselves healthy? Or are our cells keeping us healthy? Are our bodies doing it? We're just helping them along the way. And it'll come back through center. Good job. And then shake both legs out. Shake your legs out. And then we're going to lay down, do one more twist before we do Shavasana. So if you want to lay down on the towel or the blanket, you can do that. For a nice spinal twist. This is the spinal twist I do every night when I'm in bed. Right here. Crack, crack. Usually one or two cracks. I go, okay, now I can go to sleep. Left leg long, right knee bent, right leg bent. Roll your right hip over the left hip, and you can tack it down on the block or the earth, and then stretch your right shoulder the other way. See if there's any remaining decompression, any chiropractic adjustments as you twist here. And we're going to just stay and breathe for a few breaths. And bring your right arm down and right leg up. And then we'll change sides. Roll your left hip over your right hip. Set your knee down on something and stretch out the opposite way. Left shoulder the opposite way. Wonderful. Bring your left arm down. And then I'm going to give you the yogi's choice. You can end with your knees bent and your knees kissing one another and your feet further apart with your hands on your belly, or let your legs just fall open with your hands on your belly. Back. God bless me. Close your eyes. Just tune in with your loving awareness to the rise and fall of your belly. Feel the natural, gentle rise and fall of your stomach. Return to your breath. If your legs are stretched out, slowly bend one, set the foot down, and the other. Roll to your right side, pause with your head and your forearm. Let your legs be heavy as you use your arms to lift you up to seated. Good to be here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting. From my belly to your belly, namaste.